Idris, you just fought a lion last week and you already have another movie coming out? What's next?
Well, you know me, Idris Elba. I think that next I'm gonna become a genie and maybe bang a teacher.
What?
Idris, no!
Wait, what?
No?
That's freaking
Weird.
weird, yo.
Now this is what I call a bottle episode, am I right? Hi, Films Jay here, and today I'm reviewing 3,000 Years of Longing, the new film by George Miller. For those who don't know what this movie's about, because I had no idea what this movie was about, it's pretty much a love story where Idris Elba falls in love. He's a genie, of course. He falls in love with Tilda Swinton, who's like some teacher. I want to preface that I don't regret seeing the movie. I had a decent enough time, but it is kind of weird. I joke that this is a bottle episode because for the first hour and 20 of this movie, it's just Idris Elba telling bedtime stories to Tilda Swinton. For me, I actually think that this was the best part of the movie because these stories are well paced and pretty interesting. In fact, in general, the whole movie is pretty well paced. It's like an hour 40, hour 50, and I never felt bored. It went pretty quick, and for the first half of this movie, I thought it used all its time really well. The performances are great. Tilda Swinton, Idris Elba, they're fantastic as always. I think Idris Elba is the standout in this movie just because he's in it so much more than Tilda Swinton. In Mad Max Fury Road, one of the best action films of the last 10-15 years, George Miller gave us some crazy, creative, insane things that made you go, what the fuck, that's awesome. And in this one, he does give you some crazy, creative things, but they're interesting, they might rub you the wrong way. Instead of that awesome guitar guy who's in the onesie strapped up on the truck, now you got a horny genie, a baby man, and all this other crazy stuff. That being said, if you don't have that kind of relationship with your parents or anyone like that where you go and see movies that have lots of naked people, don't see this one. Just for who does have that relationship? That's a weird thing to say. I know what you're asking yourself though. 3,000 years of longing? Longing for what? What are they longing for? They want to get laid? 3,000 years of longing to get laid, pretty much, if I understood that correctly. Once Idris Elba finally decides to stop telling the stories and the movie ventures into the present, things get interesting. I like some of it, and some of it I don't really like as much. Tilda Swinton's character all throughout the first half of the movie seems like a very smart person. She studies stories, so she knows all the crazy genie ones where genies trick people. So naturally, she's really cautious about what she wishes for. So she jokes about wishing for small things like, oh, give me a potato chip or a Crunchwrap or something like that. But then she wishes for something that's pretty big. For someone who spends the first half of the movie talking about how careful they have to be with their wishes, she's not really that careful. And the wishes might not be as thought out as you'd expect them to be. They're all made within a 20-30 minute span, and I wish that they honestly spread them out a little more. The star of this movie though is the soundtrack, is the direction, the cinematography. On that level, this movie's fantastic. But at the end of the day, I just don't think this movie was advertised to be what it really is. It's not this big George Miller action movie. It is very much just a love story, and if you're not expecting that, I can understand how you walk out of this movie a little disappointed. I think the trailer made it seem to be something that wasn't really that, and that might lead to this movie missing out on its target audience. Because I enjoyed the film and it was good, but it's definitely for a certain type of person. It's not for the big action fan if that's what you're expecting. I think I'm going to put this movie right in the middle of Sonic and Doctor Strange. Yeah, that's the review. Check out all these other ones. Cool stuff. Yeah.